जय वृंदावन धाम, वृंदावन धाम, वृंदावन धाम, जय वृंदावन धाम, वृंदावन धाम, वृंदावन धाम, जय कृष्ण बलदेव। जय निताई गौरंगा, जय निताई गौरंगा, जय निताई गौरंगा, जय निताई गौरंगा, जय निताई गौरंग, जय निताई गौरंग, निताई गौरंग, जय निताई गौरंग। जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 प्रभुपाद। जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 प्रभुपाद। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्रोत्र सुत श्री श्रीमद कृष्ण कृपा श्री मूर्ति अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं, देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया, भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Creation, Chapter 1, Questions by the Sages, text number 19. Vayam tu na vitripyama, Vayam tu na vitripyama, Uttama shloka vikrame, Uttama shloka vikrame, Yachrinvatam rasajnanam, Yachrinvatam rasajnanam, Swadu swadu pade pade, Swadu swadu pade pade. Vayam truna vitripyama, Uttama shloka vikrame, Yachrinvatam rasajnanam, Swadu swadu pade pade. Vayam tuna vitripyama, Uttama shloka vikrame, Yachrinvatam rasajnanam. Uttama shloka vikrame, Yachrinvatam rasajnanam, Swadu swadu pade pade. Word to word meaning. Vayam, we, tu, but, na, not, vitripyamaha, shall be at rest. Uttama shloka, the personality of Godhead, who is glorified by transcendental prayers. Vikrame, adventures, yet which Shrinavatam by continuous hearing, rasa, humor, jnanam, those who are conversant with, swadu, relishing, swadu, palatable, pade pade, at every step. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. We never tire of hearing the transcendental pastimes of the personality of Godhead, who is glorified by hymns and prayers. Those who have developed a taste for transcendental relationships with Him relish hearing of His pastimes at every moment. Kindly repeat the translation. We never tire of hearing the transcendental pastimes of the personality of Godhead, who is glorified by hymns and prayers. Those who have developed a taste for the transcendental relationships with Him relish hearing of His pastimes at every moment. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. There is a great difference between mundane stories, fiction or history, and the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. The histories of the whole universe contain references to the pastimes of the incarnations of the Lord. The Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and the Puranas are histories of bygone ages recorded in connection with the pastimes of the incarnations of the Lord and therefore remain fresh even after repeated readings. For example, anyone may read Bhagavad Gita or the Srimad Bhagavatam repeatedly throughout his whole life and yet find in them new light of information. Mundane news is static, whereas transcendental news is dynamic. In as much as the spirit is dynamic and matter is static. Those who have developed a taste for understanding the transcendental subject matter are never tired of hearing such narrations. One is quickly satiated by mundane activities, but no one is satiated by transcendental or devotional activities. Uttama Shloka indicates that literature which is not meant for nescience. Mundane literature is in the mode of darkness or ignorance, whereas transcendental literature is quite different. Transcendental literature is above the mode of darkness, and its light becomes more luminous with progressive reading and realization of the transcendental subject matter. The so-called liberated persons are never satisfied by the repetition of the words Aham Brahmasmi. Such artificial realization of Brahman becomes hackneyed, and so to relish real pleasure, they turn to the narrations of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Those who are not so fortunate turn to altruism and worldly philanthropy. This means the Mayavada philosophy is mundane, whereas the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam is transcendental. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam panghullanghayate girim yatkripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanyamishwaram Paramanandamadhavam Yontaf pravishya mama vachamimam prasuptam Sanjeevayathyakhila shaktidhara swadhamna Anyam sahasracharana shravanatvagadin Pranan namo bhagavate Purushaya tubhyam. Hare Krishna. The sages of Naimisharanya are addressing Sri Suta Goswami. They have asked their 4 questions previously, and then the 5th question also they asked in the 18th sloka. Atha kya hi harer dhiman avatara katha shubha leela vidadhata svairam ishwarasyatma mayaya. O wise Suta, please narrate to us the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Godhead's multi-incarnations, such auspicious adventures and pastimes of the Lord, the Supreme Controller, are performed by His internal powers. That was the 5th question by the sages of Naimisharanya to Suta Goswami. Please narrate the avatara kathas of Ishvara, of Sri Hari, who is the Supreme Ishvara, the Controller. Why we are eager to hear that Harikatha, Avatara Kathas of Sri Hari? Because we are never tired of hearing the transcendental pastimes of the personality of Godhead. Vayam tu na vitripyamaha. Vitripyama. Tripti means satisfaction. Done. So the sages are saying that how much ever we hear Harikatha, we never get tripti or satisfaction or satiation. Na vitripyama. Na vitripyama. We cannot rest by hearing Harikatha. It should continuously happen one after the other. Leela Kathana should happen one after the other, like the waves in the ocean, because they are the glorification of Uttama Shlokas, Vikramas, the wonderful transcendental pastimes of Uttama Shloka. Krishna is addressed here as Uttama Shloka by the sages because he is glorified by hymns and prayers. Uttama Shloka. Shloka means, hymns or prayers, and Uttama Shloka means, very, very selected, choice poetry. He is glorified by pure hymns and prayers. So there is no question of getting bored in hearing Sri Harikatha. For whom? Not for everybody. People like us, we may get bored after 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Maximum 5 minutes katha sun sakte, Prabhu usse zyada nahi. But people who are yat shrinvatam rasajnanam, people who are rasajnana, those who have developed a taste for transcendental relationships, Prabhupada is saying here, those who have developed a taste for transcendental relationships with Him, for them it is relishable. They never get bored. So those who have developed a taste for the rasa sambandha or transcendental relationship with Sri Krishna, they have great hankering for continuously hearing Harikatha without any cessation. And Prabhupada says in the purport here, there is a great difference between mundane stories, fiction or history, and the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. The histories of the whole universe, the itihasas, are full of references to the pastimes of the incarnations of the Lord. The Mahabharata, Ramayana, Puranas are full of Sri Hari's various varieties of avatara kathas. Vede Ramayane chaiva Purane Bharate tatha adavante cha madhye cha Harih sarvatra giyate. Vedavyasa says, and all the acharyas quote, that you take up any Vedic literature, whether it is a Vedas, Rig, Yajur, Sama, Atharva, ityadi Vedas, Ramayane cha eva Purane Bharate tatha. After the Vedas came Srimad Ramayana by Vatmiki Rishi, then came Puranas by Bhagavan Vedavyasa, and then came Sri Mahabharata by Bhagavan Vedavyasa. All these literatures, the Apaurushaya Vedas, which appear at the beginning of creation, which eternally exist in the spiritual world, those Vedas are also full of Harikatha, Hari's Avatara Katha. Then the Puranas, the Srimad Ramayana, Purana, Mahabharata, full of Sri Adavantyecha Madhyecha. In the beginning, in the middle, and at the end, it's filled with Harikatha. Hari Sarvatra Giyate. Same thing Prabhupada is saying here. The Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and the Puranas are histories of bygone ages recorded in connection with the pastimes of the incarnations of the Lord, and therefore remain fresh even after repeated hearings. Nobody knows the age of the Vedas. It is eternal, Apaurushaya and Anadinitya. Even though the Vedas are eternal, Anadinitya, Apaurushaya, the same Vedas are chanted kalpas after kalpa, yuga after yuga, sahasrabdha after sahasrabdha, year after year by people. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is eternally there. It's not that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu created it or somebody else created it at some point in time. No, it's a mantra from the Vedas, Yajurveda. Towards the end of Yajurveda, in Krishna Yajurveda section, comes the Kalisantarana Upanishad. There Hare Krishna Mahamantra is presented as the essence of all the Vedas. All the Vedic mantras, the essence is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Sarva Shruti Rahasyam Gopyam Tachrunu. The Rahasya, the essence, the secret, confidential essence of all the Shrutis. Shrutis means? Shrutis means? Shruti. Sangeet ka Shruti. वो स्मृति होता है, memory. Shruti, Ved, Vedas. Ved ka और one more terminology for Veda is Shruti. And Itihasa Puranas come under the category of Smriti. So the essence of all the Shrutis, all the Vedas, is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Who says this? Lord Brahma says. Where he says this? In Yajurveda. The 16-syllable Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the essence of all the Vedas. So, it is as old as the Lord himself, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But the same mantra, crores of devotees all across several universes and in the spiritual world are eternally chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And by the mercy of the pure devotees, Srila Prabhupada, people like us who don't have a taste for the transcendental relationship with the Lord, we also are able to chant Hare Krishna, and we are still chanting. Since so many years, we are chanting. Every day the same, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We are not stopping because these are the pure potency of the Lord is carried in these syllables, in these words. The Lord himself. So, and Prabhupada says in the purport here, mundane news is static, whereas transcendental news is dynamic. Yesterday's Times of India you get one heading. Oh, this has happened in Delhi, that happened in New York. The same newspaper can we read every day. Maximum 2-3 days we can read the same article. Fourth day we'll get hackneyed. Arey, tired. The same news. We cannot. But this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the same Sri Guru Charana Padma, the same Samsara Dava Nalalidha Loka, har din ga sakte hai. No problem. We don't get tired because it's directly the Lord himself, the Lord's energy. It's not static, it's dynamic. Prabhupada says yes, spirit is dynamic. matter is static. Once in 1972, there was a grand Janmashtami and Vyas Puja celebration in New Vrindavan temple in America. Prabhupada's time, 1972. So Janmashtami, evening the Abhisheka started. There was a prolonged Abhisheka, all of us know. And it went up to midnight. Midnight, all the Abhisheka got over. Then the final Manglarti happened. Then what happens after that? Everybody goes and takes rest. Correct. The whole day devotees were working. All the devotees, they were all preparing for the grand festival. Hundreds of devotees gathered. Big festival it was. All the devotees from lot of devotees from America gathered there. And because Prabhupada was there personally, and they were all busy in making the arrangements, and then evening the grand celebration happened, Abhisheka happened, grand kirtan, katha, Prabhupada gave class, everything. Then the final arati happened, midnight. Everybody thought, now we can go and take rest. Prabhupada said, no, let us start reading Krishna Katha. He took Krishna book. So, and all the devotees are sitting in the temple hall. He said, you start from you. So one devotee started reading Krishna book from the first chapter onwards. The incarnation of the Lord onwards. So like that, one devotee read 15 minutes. Another devotee read 15 minutes. Another devotee read 15 minutes. 1 hour over. Prabhupada is very, very eagerly listening. Please understand, whole day fasting. And whole day Prabhupada is also active, and all these devotees were running around and doing the arrangements for Janmashtami. After that, midnight, no rest, no sleep, nothing, full fasting. Midnight, this is happening. 1 hour katha over, reading over. And Prabhupada said, continue, continue. And then devotees continued. Many were falling asleep. Many became unconscious because body is so tired. But Prabhupada is not at all tired. He is not reading, others are reading. He's just sitting and listening. 1 hour over, 1.5 hours over, 2 hours over. He is not getting tired, going on. And suddenly, current went off. No light. One Mataji narrates this. She was sitting next to Prabhupada's asan, Vyasasan. She was personal witness to this. She narrates this. She said, current went off. And the devotees were, oh, Govinda, Govinda. Trying to figure out where is the emergency lamp, how we will lit up some candles and all that. All that sound is happening. Nobody can see anything. Midnight, 2:30, imagine, like that. And so when they were reading, when the current went off, they were reading a portion where apparently Krishna was fighting with some demon. Krishna was engaged in some fighting with some Rakshasa, some demon. Vrindavan mein some Rakshasa came, attacked, and Krishna is fighting. All that description was going on when the current went off. So many people were sleeping, many devotees. But Prabhupada was eagerly hearing. And the reading devotee, of course, he is also awake. And this Mataji was also awake. So some people went off. Some people were there. She sat next to Prabhupada and she was just waiting for the electricity to come back. She was very eager. What will be Prabhupada's expression when the current comes back, when the electricity comes back, when the power comes back, when the lights are on again? 1 minute over, 2 minutes over, 3 minutes over, 5 minutes over, 10 minutes over, current is not coming. She said, Prabhupada will be very angry now. And they could not figure out where are candles, emergency lamp, because all are tired. Full darkness, pitch dark. We are not able to see our hand, Mataji was saying. That kind of darkness. And then suddenly the power came. All lights got lit up again. And as usual, Prabhupada had a grand smile on his face. No anger, no frustration, no tiredness. No symptom of tiredness. Big smile on his face. Ear to ear smile. And Prabhupada's smile is oceanic smile, very famous. Like an ocean he smiles. And suddenly he said, so Krishna was sitting on the lap of Mother Yashoda. There we stopped, right? When they stopped 10 minutes back, Krishna was fighting with some demon. Most of them were asleep. Nobody remembers what happened. Suddenly, Prabhupada, when the current came after 10 minutes, when power came after, Prabhupada was saying, so, Krishna was sitting on the lap of Yashoda. Now let's continue. Means Prabhupada's reading was going on, even when the power was not there. That Leela, Krishna Leela, continued in Prabhupada's mind. Sada Sarvatra Harismaranam. That was going on. And when Prabhupada saw that practically 80% of devotees have collapsed, Prabhupada said, okay, no problem. I see all of you are tired. Go on. Now that Krishna is sitting on the lap of Mother Yashoda, you can go. Fighting is over. So Krishna is also relaxed. Now you go and take rest. He was not tired. Practically, devotees saw the description, what the Naimisharanya sages, Naimisharanya rishis are saying here, Vayam tuna vitrapyama uttama shloka vikrame sakshat. They could see in the behavior of Srila Prabhupada. Sakshat. It's not some imagination, some theory or some philosophy. For us it is philosophy or theory. For him it is reality. There is no question of he getting tired by hearing Harikatha or chanting Hare Krishna or doing Hariseva. No. 24 hours, 23 hours, 24 hours, he can go on. But the devotees will struggle to catch up with him. That is the nature of whom? Rasajnana. One has to be a Rasajnana to come to this platform. Not everybody. We can't artificially imitate him. But we can aspire and work hard to become a Rasajnana. Rasajnana means, Prabhupada says here, those who are conversant with the Rasa Sambandha, or those who have developed a taste for transcendental relationship with Sri Krishna. Those personalities are called Rasajnanas or Rasikas. One has to come to that kind of a platform. Then incessantly that person can relish Sri Hari's Avatara Kathas. And Prabhupada towards the end of his purport says, the so-called liberated persons are never satisfied by repetition of the words Aham Brahmasmi. Especially the people who are coming in the Advaita Parampara, Mayavada, Sampradaya or impersonalism. They always chant this Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi, Brahmasmi, Brahmaivoham Sadashiva. Various sannyasis, they explain like this. By chanting Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, one day I will become Brahmaiva Aham, Brahma Eva Aham. I am only Brahman. Nobody else or nothing else is Brahman. Only I am Brahman. Sadashiva. I am that Sadashiva, that Brahman. That is their conception of Aham Brahmasmi or Ahangrihopassana. But the fact of the matter is, they get bored. After prolonged Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Soham, 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 Om. They do like that. They do like we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. They chant Om. They get tired. Then what happens? After they getting tired, Prabhupada says here, such artificial realization of Brahman becomes hackneyed. People get tired. And so, to relish real pleasure, they turn to the narrations of Srimad Bhagavatam. Some Mayavadis, there are two kinds of Mayavadis. Fortunate Mayavadis and unfortunate Mayavadis. The fortunate Mayavadis, they take to the hearing of narrations of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, when Prabhupada says Mayavada, some people feel hurt. Prabhupada should not accuse the Advaitins or Shankarites like this. Like Mayavadi. Mayavadi is not a term found by him. It is not a term coined by Ramanujacharya or Madhvacharya. It is a term coined by Bhagavan Vedavyasa himself. Mayavadam asaschastram prachannam bautham uchyate. It came from the mouth of Lord Shiva. The terminology Mayavada came from the mouth of Lord Shiva. And the Sakshat disciple of Shankaracharya, Trotakacharya, if I am not wrong, very clearly says in his own book that we are Mayavadis. Because we say Jagan Mithya. Everything is Maya. Whatever we see, experience is all Maya. Brahma eva Satyam. I am Mayavadinaha. They clearly, and several earlier period Shankarites, they used to call themselves Mayavadis. So it's not a Vaishnava attack on these people because of some hatred. No. It is a proper terminology. Just like we are called Achintya Bheda Bhedavadis or Tattvavadis or Krishna Bhaktas or Krishnavadis or Bhagavatavadis, they are called as Mayavadis. The Bauddhas are called as Shunyavadis. They used to call themselves as Mayavadis and Shunyavadis. So, the same thing Prabhupada is saying here. But nowadays people don't know this kind of history. That yes, it was an authorized terminology for that particular sect. Prabhupada is saying here. The Mayavadis, this means that those who are fortunate, the fortunate Mayavadis, they take to the hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam to get some pleasure, because they want to come out of the boredom of this Ahangrahopasana. But those who are not so fortunate, the unfortunate Mayavadis, what happens to them? They turn to altruism and worldly philanthropy. Nar Seva, Narayana Seva, Jana Seva, Janardhan Seva, Daridra Narayana Seva. Because they are so bored by Ahangrahopasana, by the dry philosophical mental speculation of Advaita Paddhati, Advaita Siddhanta, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaivana Para, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaivana Para. They get bored. And they don't have taste for Srimad Bhagavatam, because they consider Bhagavatam as a Purana which is insignificant, which is inferior. Some people, some of them, majority of them, they believe like that. It's inferior to the Upanishads. So we should not read all that. We should not waste our time on. So what else do? Daridra Narayan Seva, Janta Janardhan Seva, Nar Narayan, Narihi Narayan Hai. All these things they start and do. They'll end up in building of hospitals, schools, and so many things like that. No more Ahangrahopasana. They're busy with running hospitals, schools, or some kind of, activism and social activism and all that. We can see this practically in this world even now, that what happens to the Advaita Vedantins after some time, they get bored and they take to altruism or philanthropy to get some kind of relief. They have a life to lead. No? They also are living entities, human beings. They also want some rasa in life. So they are not getting rasa from the spiritual, so-called spiritual thing which their acharyas taught. Let us take rasa from some material activities. Because without rasa, living entity cannot survive for long. Raso vaisaha. So there is a beautiful narration in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita how, actually this particular philosophy, Mayavada or Advaita Vedanta, cannot give happiness or satisfaction to people. And naturally, if they are fortunate, if they come in touch with Bhagavan or Bhagavad Bhaktas, Mahabhagavatas, they take to the path of Krishna Bhakti. This is mentioned in this particular narration, comes in the Madhya Leela of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's a very beautiful narration. We all know that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas in the year. Which year Mahaprabhu took sannyas? 1510. Mahaprabhu was 24 years old, and in the year 1510, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas. And after taking sannyas, where he went? Jagannath Puri he went. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came directly to Jagannath Puri, and after staying in Jagannath Puri for some time, he left for Dakshina Bharata Tirtha Yatra, South Indian pilgrimage. So he started from Jagannath Puri, came down to Sri Kurmam, the coastal Andhra east, Coromandel coast, east coast of India, Andhra, Sri Kurmam, then further Simhachalam, like the Tirupati, then Kanchipuram, Madurai,
Rameshwaram, then Navatirupati, slowly Kanyakumari. From there he went again upwards, Kerala side. Coromandel coast finished, now Konkan coast. So Thiruvananthapuram, Varkala, Kaladi, Guruvayur, Udupi, like that Maharashtra, Pandharpur. Then some accounts say that he even went up to Dwaraka. And then he comes to Madhya Pradesh, there's a famous Shiva temple through. And from there he comes to Jagannath Puri. And finally he arrives Jagannath Puri almost after 1.5, 2 years. The year 1511, he comes back. 1512, he reaches Puri back. And all the devotees of Puri and Bengal, they were feeling separation from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 2 years Mahaprabhu was not there with them. So they were all very eager. And they got the news that Mahaprabhu is coming back. Mahaprabhu had sent his messenger earlier. So that messenger met Ramananda Rai. Finally, the news came to Jagannath Puri that Mahaprabhu is reaching Puri back. Jagannath Puri back. So a lot of devotees gathered in Jagannath Puri, eager to see Mahaprabhu. And from Jagannath Puri, the message went to Bengal. So from Bengal also devotees came to Jagannath Puri. So the huge gathering of devotees in Jagannath Puri to receive Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu reaches and everybody is so happy. Grand kirtan celebration. Every day satsang is happening. So when Mahaprabhu is residing in Jagannath Puri that time, a great sannyasi called Brahmananda Bharati. He is related to Keshav Bharati. I think he's a Guru Bhai of Keshav Bharati. He's a god brother of Keshav Bharati. Who is Keshav Bharati? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's sannyas guru is Keshav Bharati. Keshav Bharati is from which parampara? Which sampradaya? Shankara sampradaya, Mayavada sampradaya. So from Keshav Bharati, Mahaprabhu took sannyas. And so he became Sri Krishna Chaitanya. He took the name Chaitanya because Chaitanya is a name given to the brahmacharis of Shankara Sampradaya. So Sri Krishna Chaitanya he became. And then he comes to Puri. So Keshav Bharati, who was a Guru Bhai, who was a god brother of... Keshav Bharati's Guru Bhai, god brother, Brahmananda Bharati, comes to Jagannath Puri to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So very nice narration is there. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard that Brahmananda Bharati has come to meet him, he's seeking Mahaprabhu's permission to enter Mahaprabhu's room. Mahaprabhu said, no, Govinda, let us go and meet Brahmananda Bharati. Not that Brahmananda Bharati has to come to me. I should go to Brahmananda Bharati. He is my Guru, he is my spiritual master's Guru. He is like Guru for me. Brahmananda Gosai, I should go and meet him. So Mahaprabhu goes to meet Brahmananda Bharati proactively. But when he goes there, he sees that there is a person standing wearing deer skin. Mriga charma. Mriga charma means deer skin. Some sannyasis, especially in Manu Samhita, Manusmriti, it is said that a sannyasi can wear mriga charma, deer skin. So he was wearing a deer skin, having ash everywhere and all that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, where is Brahmananda Bharati? Where is Brahmananda Bharati? Aap log bole ki Brahmananda Bharati has come. But he is not to be seen. Where is he? Right in front of him he is standing with deer skin. Then Mahaprabhu, all the devotees said, Mahaprabhu, this is Brahmananda Bharati. Mahaprabhu looked at him and said, this cannot be Brahmananda Bharati. Brahmananda Bharati will not put up a show like this, deer skin and all this. No. Somebody else it is. Then immediately, Brahmananda Bharati realized that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not happy to see him in this deer skin. Because he had taken up this dress, deer skin, to actually put up a show, to attract people. See, when we dress up differently, people will look at us. We all have that habit. I should look little different. All are shaven headed, all have tilak and kanthi, but I should do something so that I look different. We do that sometimes. Some of us. I do. So I can say, I should do something different so that people will look at me. I get attention. This attention seeking is a fundamental nature of conditioned souls. So Brahmananda Bharati realized that because of my attention seeking nature, to seek attention of others in public, I took up this deer skin vesha. And Mahaprabhu is not appreciating this because I am supposed to be a sannyasi. I am Brahmananda Bharati. I have taken sannyasa. I should not behave like this. So, but what to do? I don't have any other dress with me. Immediately Mahaprabhu understood this, that Brahmananda Bharati is sorry for what he is doing because Mahaprabhu is Paramatma. Sarvantaryami. He is the indweller of all living entities, Bhagavan himself. So he realized this. Then immediately Mahaprabhu indicated to his disciples, his devotees, get saffron cloth, get dhoti, saffron dhoti for Brahmananda Bharati. Immediately devotees brought one set of saffron dress for Brahmananda Bharati, and Mahaprabhu said, give him. And he wore Brahmananda Bharati, wore that saffron veshti, sannyasa vesha, saffron vesha, like how Prabhupada is dressed. Of course, that time there is no kurta, and dhoti would have been there. He wore that and removed the deer skin. The moment he removed deer skin and wore that kashaya vastra, Mahaprabhu paid sashtang pranam, dandavats to Brahmananda Bharati. Dasosmi. And Brahmananda Bharati was so happy because seeing Mahaprabhu, just looking at the personality of Mahaprabhu is a festival. Is a festival. Because he's Gauranga, he's Gaura Sundara. Ajanulambita bhujau kanakavadato sankirtaneka pitaro kamalaya taksho vishwambharo dijavaro yuga dharmapalo vande jagat priyakaro karunavataro. Such a beautiful form. And Brahmananda Bharati was so happy. Brahmananda Bharati said, I'm so happy to see you. Of course, by age and by position, Brahmananda Bharati is much senior to Mahaprabhu. So he's like his guru. So Brahmananda Bharati was very happy, but his words were like that of a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, Bharati kahe, tomar achar loka shikhaite, punahana karibenati bhayapana chitte. Brahmananda Bharati said to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's saying, you instruct the general populace by your behavior. I will not do anything against your wishes. Otherwise, you will not offer me respects, but will neglect me. I am afraid of this. If I don't listen to you, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then you will not pay dandavats to me, you will not pay respects to me. He is not hankering after respects from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he is hankering after the relationship with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His hankering is for Chaitanya Sambandha. So he said, I am afraid, I'm scared of a situation where I lose Chaitanya Sambandha. I'm afraid of that. So whatever you desire, I will do. Because I cannot afford to lose my relationship with you. Again, he continues to say, Sampratika dui brahma iha chala chala Jagannatha achala brahma tumita sachala. Brahmananda Bharati started glorifying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. At the present moment, I see two Brahmans. Two Brahmans. One Brahman is Achala Brahman. Who is that? Lord Jagannath. He is seated in the altar of Jagannath Puri temple in Sri Mandir. He is Achal Brahman. Achal means immovable or not moving. And he is Achala Brahman, and there is one Chala Brahman, Sachala Brahman. Who is that Sachala Brahman? That is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is saying that at the present moment I see two Brahmans. One Brahman is Lord Jagannath, who does not move, and the other Brahman who is moving is you. Lord Jagannath is the Archa Vigraha, the worshipable deity, and it is he who is the non-moving Brahman. But you are Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and you are moving here and there. The two of you are the same Brahman, master of the material nature, but you are playing two parts. One moving, Sachala, and one not moving, Achala. In this way, two Brahmans are residing at Jagannath Puri, Purushottama Kshetra. Tumi Gaura Varna Teha Shyamala Varna Duhi Brahme Kaila Sabha Jagata Tarana. Brahmananda Bharati says, of the two Brahmans, you are Gauravarna, you are fair complexion, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the other one, Lord Jagannath, is blackish, Shyamala Varna. Both of you are delivering the whole world. Duyi Brahme Kaila Sabha Jagata Tarana. So you are Gauravarna and Jagannath is Shyamala Varna. Both of you are Brahman and both of you are Jagata Tarana, delivering the whole world. So when an Advaiti speaks like this, when a Mayavadi says this, what he means is, all of us are one. हम सब एक है. सुनने में बहुत आनंद, बहुत अच्छा लगता है. हम सब एक है. But reality क्या है? हम सब एक नहीं है. हम सब एक नहीं है और हम दूसरे को ज्यादा टाइम झेल भी नहीं पाते. We can't tolerate another person for a long time. क्या बात है, हम सब एक है. It is never a truth. So when a Mayavadi says, you are also Brahman, he is also Brahman. Sarvam khalvidam Brahma, I am Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi. Everything is one. When Mayavadi sees another person or another devotee or any spiritualist, they will immediately say, Namo Narayana. Namo Narayana. What their meaning is, what they are not meaning is, you are Narayana. They are not meaning that all glories to Narayana. No. What they are meaning is, you are Narayana, I am Narayana, everybody is Narayana. So, in order to, break this misconception of the Mayavadis, immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reacts. When Brahmananda Bharati said, you are Sachala Brahma, he is Achala Brahma. You are Gaura Brahma, he is Shyamala Brahma. There is no difference between both of you. Everything is one. And both of you are delivering the whole world. Immediately Mahaprabhu refuted him. What Mahaprabhu said? Prabhu kahe satya kahi tomara agamane dui brahma prakataila Shri Purushottame. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, actually, to tell you the truth, Brahmanandji, due to your presence, there are now two Brahmans at Jagannath Puri. Because of your presence, there are now two Brahmans in Jagannath Puri. How are those two Brahmans? Who are those two Brahmans? Brahmananda nama tumi Gaura Brahmachala Shyamavarna Jagannatha Vasiyachena Achala. Both Brahmananda and Gaurhari. You are Brahmananda and I am Gaurhari. Both of us are moving. Whereas the blackish Lord Jagannath is sitting tight and immobile. You said there are two Brahmans here. Brahmananda said there are two Brahmans here. Gaura Brahman, who is Sachala, and then Shyama Brahman, who is Achala, Jagannath. Both are same. But I am saying, because of you coming here, there are two categories of Brahman here. One is Achala category and the other is Sachala category. We both, Brahmananda, you and me, Gauranga, both of us are Sachala category Brahmans, whereas he is the Brahman, Achala category. Achala means immovable, real. वास्तव में वो ब्रह्मन है, हम दोनों जीवात्मा है, हम वो नहीं है. ये सबक सिखा रहे. He is teaching this lesson to him. So Prabhupada says in the purport, Brahmananda Bharati wanted to prove that there is no difference between the Supreme Lord and the Jiva. Jivo Brahmaiva napara. Jiv hi Brahma hai, Brahma hi Jiv hai, Nar hi Narayan hai, Jan hi Janardhan hai. This is their philosophy. Mahaprabhu's philosophy is the right opposite to that. Because the Vedas don't agree that Jivas are Brahman. Nityo Nityanam. Chetanaha Chetananam. Ekaha Yo Bahunam Vidadati Kaman. Upanishad says this. There is one Nitya and there are multiple Nityas. And the multiple Nityas, both are Nityas, both are eternal entities. But the difference is the singular Nitya, he is the master, and the multitude, the plural Nityas, they are always dependent on the master. One is independent reality and the other is dependent reality. Dependent reality. Jivas are eternally dependent reality. Clearly says Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter. 15th chapter end, that Vedanta Sara section, the last 4 verses of Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, very clearly says, even after liberation, the jivas are dependent eternally on Parabrahman. What is that verse, Prabhu? Remember? 15th chapter last. Dvavimau purusho loke ksharascha akshara evacha ksharas sarvani bhutani kutasto akshara uchyate uttama purushastvanya paramatme tyudahritaha yo lokatrayam avishya vibhartyavyaya ishvara. There are 2 categories of living entities. Dvavimau purusho loke ksharascha akshara evacha. Fallible and infallible. Kshara means patitatmas and akshara means muktatmas. There are 2 kinds of jivatmas. Patitatmas, patita jivatmas and mukta jivatmas. And but beyond both of these 2 categories, beyond these 2 types of jivatmas, there is a 3rd category. Uttama purushastu anyaha paramatme tyudahritaha. There is an uttama purusha who is anya. Anya means different. He is not the same. Ek nahi hai, alag hai wo. And who is that? Paramatme tyudahritaha. Yo lokatrayam avishya vibhartyavyaya ishvaraha. He is Paramatma. He is the all-pervading Ishvara who is pervading the entire Tribhuvana. And atospi loke vedeja pratita purushottamaha. I am that Paramatma Purushottama who is glorified in all the Vedas, not you. You are not me. Jivas are not me. Jivas are eternally different, eternally dependent on me. Same thing Mahaprabhu said here. Prabhu, Brahmananda Prabhu, we both are Jiva category. Of course, Mahaprabhu is playing the role of a devotee. We know that he is not Jiva category, he is Vishnu Tattva. But to teach the world, Mahaprabhu is acting like an ordinary person. So he said, both of us are Jiva category, but he is the real Achala Brahman, Jagannath. So that kind of 2 categories are there, I agree. On the other hand, so Prabhupada says, Brahmananda Bharati wanted to prove that there is no difference between the Supreme Lord and the Jivas, whereas Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to prove that he, that means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Brahmananda Bharati were Jivas, and that although the Jivas are Brahman, there are many such Brahmans, but the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Brahman, Parabrahman is one. If we are Brahman, he is Parabrahman. If we are Atma, he is Paramatma. If we are Satya, he is Param Satya. That is the difference. Ye difference sada sarvada rahega. On the other hand, Brahmananda Bharati also wanted to prove that Jagannath and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are one, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But that to fulfill his mission, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to be moving, whereas the Lord Jagannath appeared to be inert. Thus, this jolly argument was going on. Finally, Brahmananda Bharati referred the whole matter to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya for a final decision. Both were arguing like this, Mahaprabhu and Brahmananda Bharati. Finally, Brahmananda Bharati said, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, you are Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, the great Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, the great Vedantin, great knowledgeable person, Jnani. You give a solution. What is correct? My argument is correct or his argument is correct? And Vyapya bhave, Vyapaka bhave, Jiva Brahme jani. Jiva Vyapya Brahma Vyapaka Shastrera Vyakhyani. Brahman Bharati continued, the living entity is localized, whereas the Supreme Brahman is all-pervading. That is the verdict of all revealed scriptures. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu purified me by taking away my deer skin. This is a proof that he is all-pervasive and all-powerful and that I am subordinate to him. When I came here wearing a deer skin, Mriga Charma, neither I said something, neither he didn't tell me directly, you change your clothes. No. He understood my inner feeling. Brahmananda Bharati started feeling, no, that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not liking I'm wearing this deer skin. He was just thinking this in his mind. Mahaprabhu read my mind clearly. Because he is Paramatma, he is Antaryami, he is all-pervading Paramatma, he understood this. So, I am declaring that he is the all-powerful Parabrahman and I am subordinate to him. Dohara Vyapa Vyapakatve Eita Karana. Then Brahmananda Bharati quotes from Mahabharata. He says that Suvarna Varno Hemango Varangas Chandanangati Sanyasakrit Samashanto Nishtha Shanti Parayanaha. In Sri Mahabharata, Sri Vishnu Sahasranama comes, and in that Vishnu Sahasranama, the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu, there are some descriptions of different incarnations and different forms of Narayana. So, in one such place it is mentioned, Suvarna Varna, Hemanga, Varanga, Chandanangati, Sanyasakrit, Samaha, Shanta, Nishtha, Shanti Parayana. That Lord Vishnu has got some particular forms. What is that? Suvarna Varna. Generally we all know Vishnu's color is Shyama Varna, black, all that. But here, Vishnu Sahasranama says Suvarna Varna. There is another form of Vishnu, golden complexioned. Hemanga. All his angas are having Hema Varna. Hema Varna means golden Varna, golden color. Varanga, Chandanangati. He applies Chandana on his body, on his angas. He applies Chandana, not Vibhuti. Chandana Tilakalalatam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Sanyasakrit, and he has taken sannyas. So, all these descriptions, and Samaha, Shanta, Nishtha, Shanti Parayanaha, and he's always equipoised, very peaceful, and he gives peace to all others. He gives happiness and joy to all others. So all these descriptions are matching you, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ye sabaname raiha hayanijaspada chandanakta prasadadora Sri Bhujayangada. That I can see that your complexion is golden. You have chandana on your body and your behavior is bilkul shanta. So all these descriptions indicate that you are the Lord himself. Then Bhattacharya kahe, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya gave the conclusion. Bhattacharya kahe Bharati dekhi tomara jaya Prabhu kahe yei kaha shei satyahaya. After hearing this, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya rendered his judgment saying, Brahmananda Bharati, I see that you are victorious. Who won the debate? Brahmananda Bharati won the debate. Because even though Brahmananda Bharati was in the conception of Advaita earlier, by coming in touch with Mahaprabhu and realizing Mahaprabhu's divinity, he changed. He accepted that you are Lord and I am Das. Aap Prabhu hai, hum Das hai. Abhi tak soham chal raha tha. I am he, I am he, I am he. I am the Lord, I am everything. I am the only reality. Actually, see, nowadays that kind of Mayavadis are not there. In earlier days, real Mayavadis were there. There was a great, big time Mayavadi sannyasi called Prakashatma Yati. Not our Prakashananda Saraswati. Another Prakashatma Yati. Before Madhvacharya, he lived almost second or third generation after Shankaracharya. Prakashatma Yati. He is also called as Sarvajnatma Yati. He wrote a book called Ishta Siddhi. Abhibi, even now that book is available. You can Google Ishta Siddhi. You know this book? In the beginning of this book, there is a prayer. Generally, whenever acharyas and all, when they write some book, some stotra, something, they will write some prayers to Guru, to Ganesha. Some people will start, generally Advaita Sampradaya, they start Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. In Vaishnava Sampradayas, Sri Gurave Namaha Harihi Om. Or Prabhupada also starts Namo Om Vishnu Padaya. He glorifies his Guru, and then Gauranga, Goswamis. This is the standard way of writing books in India, in our Vedic tradition. Prakashatma Yati's book, Sarvajnatma Yati's Ishtasiddhi begins with a prayer. But it's a very special, unique prayer. I pay my respectful obeisances unto myself. Because there is no other truth other than me. I am the supreme eternal truth existing always. So I pay my respectful obeisances unto myself. This is the beginning of his book, Ishtasiddhi. Even now it is available. There is no other truth other than me. मेरे अलावा और कोई सत्य नहीं है. मेरे समान और मेरे से परे और कोई सच्चाई है ही नहीं. इसीलिए मैं अपने आप को दंडवत कर रहा हूं. So this is soham. I am that upasana. So Brahmananda Bharati was in that mood, soham upasana. But the moment he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he realized da soham. Not soham, he added a da before that soham. Da soham. So that way, it is a victory for Brahmananda Bharati. He came from the misconception of Advaita Siddhanta and he came to his senses. He realized the truth that dasoham, I am his Dasa. I am eternal servant of the Supreme Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Guru Shishya Nyaye Satya Shishyera Parajaya Bharati Kahe Ho Nahe Anya Hetu Haya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thus posed himself as a disciple and accepted Brahmananda Bharati as a spiritual master. And he then said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying now, the disciple is certainly defeated in an argument with a spiritual master. When Shishya is arguing with Guru, definitely the Guru will win and Shishya will get defeated. So there is nothing wrong in that. I am his Shishya, because actually Brahmananda Bharati is Guru Bhai of Keshava Bharati. Mahaprabhu in that mood, Shishya Bhava he is. Brahmananda Bharati immediately countered these words saying, this is not the cause of your defeat. There is another cause. Don't, interpret like that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that you are Shishya, I am Guru. So, I won the debate. No. There is another reason why I won the debate. What is that? Bhakta dhani hara tumi ye tomara subhava araye kashuna tumi apana prabhava. It is your natural characteristic to accept the defeat at the hands of your devotee. Aham bhakta paradhina aswatantra ivadvichaha sadhuvir grasta hratayo bhaktir bhakta jana priya. Lord Narayana told whom? Durvasa Muni. When Ambarish Maharaj was offended by Durvasa Muni and Sudarshan Chakra was chasing Durvasa Muni for more than a year through all over Brahmanda Brahmite. Kono Bhagyavan Ji finally entered Vaikuntha and met Narayana. Then that time the Lord told him, Aham bhakta paradhinaha. I am subservient to my devotees. I want to be subservient to my devotees because I enjoy that relationship. It's all about rasa, that rasa, sambandha rasa with the Lord, of the Lord. So, same thing, Brahman Bharati is saying, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is not that I am Guru and you are Shishya, so I won the debate. No! Because you are Bhagavan and I am your Dasa, it is your nature to get defeated at my hands. Aham bhakta paradhina. भक्ता थाई तारा भक्ता थाई हारा तुम्ही ये तुम्हार स्वभाव आपका स्वभाव है भक्तों के हाथ में हारना इसलिए आपने जानबूझकर हार दिया यही कारण है आ जन्म करिणु मुई निराकार ध्याना. This is the point what Prabhupada was saying in today's purport. आ जन्म करिणु मुई निराकार ध्याना तोमा देखी कृष्ण हैला मोरा विद्यमाना. I have been meditating on the impersonal Brahman since my birth. आ जन्म करिणु मुई निराकार ध्यान तोमा देखी कृष्ण हैला मोरा विद्यमान. But since I have seen you, I have fully experienced Krishna. Not that I have theoretically learned about Krishna. I hear about Krishna. I am experiencing Krishna now. Toma dekhi Krishna haila moro vidyaman. Vidyaman means I am experiencing Krishna now. For him, Krishna is not a theory, Krishna is not a philosophy, but a real experience. Yes, Swanubhava, Akhila Shrutisharameka, Swanubhava. He is experiencing Krishna now. It is inexplainable ecstasy there. And he says further, Krishna nama spure mukhe mane netre Krishna tomake tadrupa dekhi hridaya satrishna. Brahmananda Bharati continued, since I have seen you, I have been feeling Lord Krishna's presence in my mind and have been seeing him before my eyes. I now want to chant the holy name of Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Over and above this, within my heart, I consider you to be Krishna, and I am therefore very eager to serve you. Tomake tadrupa dekhi hridaya satrishna. So I want to serve you. Brahmananda Bharati, who is of the age of his Guru, much senior to him, his Guru stage he is in, that person is telling him, I want to serve you, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Billo Mangala Kaila Yaiche Dasha Apanara, Iha Dekhi Shei Dasha Haila Amara. I am in the same situation of Billo Mangal Thakur. Billo Mangal Thakur, he was originally from Kerala. He was also originally Advaita Viti Patikaihi. He was a follower of Advaita Viti, Advaita system, Advaita Marga or Mayavada Marga. But somehow, fortunately, he came in touch with devotees, Vaishnavas, Mahabhagavatas, and he left Advaita Pantha and joined the Bhagavata Pantha or Vaishnava Pantha. He himself says this in Sri Krishna Karnamrita. Sri Krishna Karnamrita is still available. Vilumangal Thakur Samadhi is here in Vrindavan, Sridham Vrindavan, very close to Amiyanimai, just on the way to, after Govind Devji, when we go to Gopeshwar Mahadev, on the right side, that gully we see Vilumangal Thakur Samadhi. He came from Kerala, thousands of kilometers away, and he lived in Vrindavan for more than 800 years, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Krishna personally took care of him. And he was originally a Mayavadi. And he himself says this in Krishna Karnamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishnadas Kaviraj, Brahmananda Bharati is quoting here in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Advaita Vithi Patikair Upasya Swananda Simhasana Ladha Diksha Shathena Kenapi Vayam Hathena Dasi Krita Gopavadhu Vitena. Brahman Bharati concluded, although I was worshipped by those on the path of monism, Advaita, and initiated into self-realization through the yoga system, I have nonetheless been forcibly turned into a maidservant, dasi, dasanahi dasi, a maidservant by some cunning boy who is always joking with the gopis. Somehow or other, Shathena kenapi vayam hathena, Shathena ya vatena va, hathena va, Gopavadhu vit. Gopavadhu vit means a person who jokes, or in other ways flirts with the gopis, Krishna. Because this Krishna, came to me somehow by his different ways, by hook or crook, in whichever way he wanted, he converted me to a dasi of himself. I became a dasi of Krishna. Dasi krita gopavadhu vitena. Vilamangal Thakur says this. And that way Brahmananda Bharati became a follower and a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He surrenders to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he continues his life in Jagannath Puri in the association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Vaishnavas, the Mahabhagavatas, leaving the Advaita path or the Mayavada path philosophy. So that is the potency of Hari Katha Shravanam or Hari Avatara Anukatha of Shri Hari, of Shri Krishna's Avatara Anukatha. So we all should have this hope, even though we are not having that taste now, we should always have firm faith in these narrations, these historical narrations, which happened in the life of so many devotees, that they were into different dry systems and all that. But when they came in touch with the pure devotees of the Lord, or the Lord himself, they transformed and they entered a life filled with festival. And they left that boredom life, that dry life, and they entered, they inaugurated a life filled with festivals. That is the life of Krishna consciousness, which Srila Prabhupada has most mercifully given us, even though we are not eligible for it. Festival after festival, every day festival. So let us thank Srila Prabhupada for his glorious gift, and let us be resolute in the path of devotional service, following the instructions of Srila Prabhupada and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and make our life successful. Thank you very much. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Grandharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanandi.